Reality feels real because it is consistent. Objects appear stable. Time appears continuous. Cause seems to follow effect. This consistency creates certainty, and certainty creates belief. But consistency is not proof of fundamentality. When physics began to look closer, much closer, reality stopped behaving the way it appears at human scale. Matter did not reveal smaller solid pieces. It revealed instability. At the quantum level, particles do not exist as things. They exist as descriptions of possibility. They do not occupy space the way objects do. They occupy probability. An electron is not somewhere until it is measured. It is not nowhere either. It exists as a range of potential outcomes. This is not philosophy. It is experimental result. Reality, at its foundation, is not made of objects. It is made of events, and events only become definite through interaction. Observation is not passive. Measurement is not neutral. Interaction defines outcome. This does not mean the human mind creates reality, but it does mean reality is not independent in the way we assume. The universe is not a finished structure waiting to be discovered. It is an unfolding process. This realization creates discomfort because it removes the idea of a stable ground. If matter is not solid, if time is not absolute, if observational does outcomes, then what exactly is real? Spiritual inquiry has asked a similar question for thousands of years, but from the opposite direction. Not by observing particles, but by observing experience itself. Everything you have ever known appears within awareness. Thoughts arise. Sensations arise. Emotions arise. Even the sense of identity arises. Yet awareness itself does not arise. It does not appear and disappear. It does not fluctuate with experience. It remains. This is not a belief. It is directly observable. Just as particles arise from quantum fields, experience arises within awareness. Forms appear. Forms dissolve. The field remains. Identity feels real because it is consistent. Memory reinforces it. Language stabilizes it. But consistency does not equal fundamentality. When identity is examined closely, it behaves like a process, not an entity. A pattern repeating itself moment to moment. Awareness, however, does not behave like a pattern. It does not repeat. It does not move. It simply knows. Time, too, collapses under observation. The past exists only as memory happening now. The future exists only as imagination happening now. Experience itself never leaves the present. Reality is not a collection of things moving through time. It is a continuous appearance within awareness. Quantum physics does not tell us what reality is. It tells us what reality is not. It is not solid. It is not separate. It is not fully defined without interaction. Spiritual inquiry does not tell us what to believe. It tells us where to look. Together, they remove certainty, and in that removal, something unexpected appears. Not confusion, not emptiness. Clarity. Not the clarity of answers, but the clarity of direct experience. Stillness is not something you create. It is what remains when assumptions fall away. Beneath thought, beneath identity, beneath explanation, there is something quietly present. It does not need belief. It does not need understanding. It is already here. Still, within